Welcome to Inside Northern. I'm Dr. Tim Downs, President of Northern State University. I'm pleased to be welcoming three guests today to talk about Northern Night. We'll start off directly across from me is Mr. Lee Keller. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And in the middle we have Kelli Krause.
Hi.
And to my right is Lauren Bittner. So we're very pleased to have the three of you on the show today because you're the chief planners, people in charge, and the ones that can get us up to speed on the events of the night, which is in about 10 days. So we're very excited to have you, and we can kind of give everyone an update, give us this overview on, what is Northern Night. Maybe we can talk about things like what is the history, how did this get started? Maybe just give us a background. I think, Lauren, that's something that you're the historian of the group.
I guess. Well, this is the 18th year of Northern Night, and it started out as a wine tasting event with our donors, just to say thank you and kind of give back for all they do for us throughout the year. So it's grown a lot since then. 18th year this year coming up, and we have live auction, silent auction, gourmet meals, entertainment, social hours, lots going on. So it's come a long way since then, and we have about 500 people that attend now. So it's the premier event for the area now.
Okay, and it's held at the Dakota Event Center.
Yes.
500 people. That's a large number of people.
It is, yes.
That's exciting.
It is, very.
Well, as most of you know, I can play the new guy card. So this is my first one. And I'm very excited to hear that there'll be that much attendance.
Yes.
But it just confirms all of my perceptions since the day I even interviewed is people really do support Northern, and they're here for our students. It's all about the students.
Absolutely.
That's great to hear. Well, so every year there's a theme. So you want to have a little bit of a different twist. So it started out as wine and cheese, and now it's become something bigger with auctions. So Kelli, can you tell us what is the theme for the evening? What are we looking at here?
Actually, the theme this year is in French. And so in French, it's vin et fromage. And that stands for wine and cheese, like you mentioned. And we're just finding lots of different ways to incorporate it, and we're really excited about kind of everything that we have planned this year. There's going to be a wine pull, there's going to be a wine and cheese tasting. Live and silent auction items are incorporated with that theme. Lots of different things, and from the pretty decor that we have on the walls to all the different things we have planned.
Okay, now what's a wine pull? I think I know what it is, but let's make sure everybody in our audience does.
Well, I think that Lee actually is going to go into all the details about that.
Oh, you've got that one. Lee.
Well, when it comes to booze, they tend to get, professionals for professionals. So yes. Okay. So to answer the question, we have 75 bottles, and they'll be chosen at random, and it'll be different types of wine in each one. And they were purchased through Cask and Cork, and Melissa Larson with Charisma bottled the wine for us. So we're very blessed to have a huge supporter there. And with this, you'll get a bottle of wine for your table. However, there's 3 top prizes. The first one, you can receive either $500 cash through option 1, which is a car service products in the area. Jared Miller and Terry Schmidt. And Jared Miller actually went to Northern back in the late 90s. He's one of the owners of option 1. Another prize is a $500 Heiser's gift certificate for Heiser's jewelry. So now between you get $500 cash and then a $500 gift card out to Heiser's, and probably the one of the other neat things we just got was a 3-liter bottle of wine. So if you can imagine a 2-liter bottle of pop, now get that another time bigger, so 3 liters of wine, and it's autographed by the vintner John Cannon. And so he autographed the bottle too, and it's a nice, it'll probably have a great taste to it as well. So those top 3 pulls, and so to answer your question, there'll be a wall, and there'll be 75 different bottles, first come, first served. So you want to get there early. You'll buy a bottle, and if you happen to have the winning one of the 3 winning bottles, you win the prize associated. If nothing else, you get the bottle of wine.
Oh, well, that's a good deal. So there's a consolation prize.
Yes,
always. The other 72.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if we said when the doors open, but they open at 5 o'clock. So like you said, get there as early as you can.
Yes.
5 o'clock. Yep. Dakota Event Center. Well, that's great. So the theme is Vin et fromage. I took French.
Yep, you say it better.
So you say it much better.
You say it a little better than I do.
But that's about all I have because most of that is lost. So what else can we expect to see at this event this year? Other things that are going to be a new twist?
Well, the wine pool is one big one. We also have a traditional split pot as well. 50-50 payback, which we've never done a true split pot. We're getting rid of some of the raffle prizes. The night gets to be busy. One thing you'll realize being the new guy is there's a lot going on because everyone between the meal and the presentations, the thank yous, the auction, we want to keep it moving, and sometimes there'll be a lull between if it was rattling off auction or raffle tickets, and so we're trying to cut down on a few things, but make bigger bang for the buck, so to speak. So we got a traditional true split pot that we're going to have there. Another nice thing is when you do get there, Hardin's Photography is going to give a complimentary picture to everybody who shows up.
Nice.
So, yep, and they'll have some also some promotional, if you want to order Christmas cards, any other thing, they're going to be able to get those turned around. So if you want to do a Christmas card, you'll be able to have a nice formal picture that be taken at Northern Night as well. We're just really excited. We're bringing back, we had last year Dueling Duo, which dueling pianos is more common. Their name is Dueling Duo. They put on a great show. A lot of great energy, a lot of great excitement. We're really blessed to have them, and one of their leads, Ryan Meerman, actually went to Northern as well, so a lot of good passion. They actually took care of us really well. They gave us over half their tips back last year too, donated back to the cause. So we're really blessed and fortunate, you know, as you were talking about in the morning or the beginning, how many people support and will come to this event, and you know, it's all about the kids.
It is. It is. So when we talk about auctions, I love auctions. It's just you get so excited because you see the thing that you want, and then you start to bid, and then you are in a bidding war with someone, which becomes friendly most of the time, unless you really want that item. But what type of things do you think we'll be auctioning this year? What are some?
Well, we have 33 live auction items and about 115 silent auction items.
Oh, good.
So there's lots to choose from, and the live auction, we have a lot of experience packages which go very well. We have actually Lee and his crew donates a pontoon party with a martini bar on a pontoon during a summer afternoon or evening. We have a pig roast that Todd does, which is always a big hit. Those usually go pretty well. We have dinner packages. We have Cask and Cork donated a wine tasting for 10 people this year. We have summer garden parties with donors in town. Part of the live auction, we also have 13 wreaths that are donated from Old Bank Floral and Moore and Groton, and also donors that sponsor them. And those get auctioned off for a chance to win a grand trip prize to France. So we have 13 wreaths that usually go for about $1,000 a piece for a chance to win 3 top prizes. There's a trip to France. There is second place prizes, a man cave package with a recliner, a mini fridge, some alcohol to go along with that. And we also have a third place prize of a day spa party for 4 people. So there is lots of opportunities to get involved, to bid. There is anything you'd want. For experience packages, anyone who's there can find things they're interested in to bid on. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I love the silent auctions. Yeah, because usually if you really want something, you wait till the last minute when they close it, and then you run up and.
Yes, that happens a lot. Yes.
And actually, something that's different this year is we're going to be staggering the closing of the silent auctions, and so people that are bidding, they're going to close in 15-minute intervals, and so people can come. Was it 7:15?
Yep, 7:15, 7:30, and 7:45. Yeah, because
in
before it was hard to have 115 items all close at once.
Right.
So that'll be nice this year to have them change a little bit and give you a little more time to get up there.
So you can do grouping, so it reduces my stress.
Yes, hopefully,
So I'm trying not to run to 5 things all at once at 7:29.
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
And they'll be labeled too, which group will shut down when.
Yep.
So.
Oh, that's awesome.
They'll let you know. Yeah.
No,
so.
it sounds like you guys have this very well organized. Yes.
We try, yeah.
Well, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, I've been to silent auction events where you see the people that really want something, they're hovering.
People will follow you around as you're trying to pull the sheets.
Yes. No, that's
Flip
okay.
your 20 and
It's
try,
all
yeah.
fair game,
Yep.
Last one on the sheet wins.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Absolutely, and we want them to be generous because this is for a good cause.
Yes.
So when we look at events like this, something that's really important to recognize is our sponsors. And it sounds like we have lots of sponsors with a whole range of opportunities for auction items and gifts. And so can we just maybe mention some of the sponsors? I know it's hard to mention all of them, but they will be recognized in the program.
Sure.
So, but they're all important, but just a couple of them that we might put out.
Definitely, and our sponsors also got different marketing and advertising opportunities for supporting Northern Night and supporting our students. And we can't be more grateful to everyone that sponsors. This event is so successful, and it wouldn't be as successful with all the people that help us put it on via volunteering or sponsoring the event itself. And so some of those people I'd like to mention, our top level sponsors are Great Western Bank and Revive Day Spa. And like Lauren mentioned, the party at Revive Day Spa, the spa party, they donate that along with other things for Northern Night. We also have a trip to France, and that is sponsored by Ophthalmology Associates and Vision Care. And so that experience, obviously once in a lifetime, and we're happy to have that at our event. And with all the new businesses that are coming to Aberdeen, we actually got 8 new sponsors this year from new businesses coming in and new businesses getting involved. And so we're really proud of this year, and we're really proud of the community and the support that they give Northern.
Great community commitment. Yeah. Well, the trip to France, I bet that's going to be a popular item.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Well, we'll have to bid early and bid often and bid higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely. When I look at this event, we talked a little bit about the wine and cheese tasting, and that's new this year. What else can you tell us just about all the food that's going to happen? Because food always attracts people. At least it does me. I'm self-disclosing. What type of a food experience will we have at Northern Night this year?
Well, again, booze and food, you just go to the expert, the biggest guy around. So we, again, one another committees, are just being on the tasting committee, which we had the privilege going out to Mavericks, and the meal is going to be second to none this year. Again, to go along with the theme, some of the hors d'oeuvres we'll have are some buffalo chicken bites, bacon stuffed bell pepper bites, crab, wontons, assorted different cheeses set up. We'll actually have a cheese sampling table as well too, as well as zucchini towers. And then after, if hopefully don't eat all that at once, because there's a lot. The first salad will be a bacon Caesar salad, then following on to the main entree of beef medallion and also a tomato roasted pork loin with Brussels sprouts. And don't let the name fool you. This is called pumpkin smash, and it's probably one of the most tasty things I've ever had a privilege of eating. And so it is unbelievable. And then for dessert, there's a apple crumble little apple pie you'll get. So yes, if you leave hungry, it's your own fault, because
Right.
it's not due to anything that we're not trying to provide you.
Right. Well, that's good. And so the theme is pace yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't load up too much on the appetizers, because there's a multi-course meal to follow with the dessert chaser.
Correct. Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
This sounds exceptional. So,
It-
And the
you-
first hour is also a free wine tasting. So between the appetizers and our hour of wine tasting, it's easy to get full fast. So definitely pace yourself so you can enjoy the gourmet meal
okay.
to
So
follow.
the word would be have a light lunch.
Yes.
Get there early.
Yes.
So you can get your pick for your pull for the
Yep.
bottle, and then just pace yourself, somewhat of a marathon event
Yes.
for food and beverage.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sounds like a great evening. Absolutely. Well, when we look at events like this, we talk about the students, and I always wonder, how can the students get involved? Is there going to be any opportunity for the students to interact with those in attendance?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from the moment, the donor experience, from the moment they walk through the door, there's going to be a student there welcoming them, grabbing their coats. You know, if you want to do a coat check, you're going to be checking in with, we work at the foundation, so you'll be checking in with us. And as you walk into the event, there's obviously all the games and split pot that we talked about and the wine pull, and there will be students working at those corners where the games are. And then there will be students walking around that you can talk to, and you have every opportunity to mingle with and ask them how your donation is changing their lives and bettering their college experience for them. So we try to provide our donors with that opportunity at our event.
Well, you know, all the students that I interact with at Northern are so nice and polite. You know, they're just, you can tell they're raised well, and they're here for the right reason. They're here to better themselves academically. But developmentally, they're just, you know, such nice young adults. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a great opportunity for the people coming to the Northern Night event to really just meet our students. That brings a sense of reality of why we do this. Mm-hmm. We're here to have a good time, to have a food marathon. Yeah. But a lot of, you know, hanging out with each other, talking, laughing, enjoying, you know, the events of, you know, oh, you outbid me for, you know, that purse. I was giving that to my wife for Christmas. Don't tell her. But it's just a great time. But when they get to actually meet the students, that's what's critical, because then they see what the money's going towards. It's helping students with scholarships, because the more we can give scholarship funds, the easier it makes for students to attend college. Mm-hmm. So that's a great touch for people to meet some of our students. So thank you for doing that. I think that's an exceptional opportunity for the students, because the people they meet could potentially be their employer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
They end up at a job interview and say, "Didn't I meet you at Northern Night?" Yep. Yes, you did. I was the one at the coat check. Yep. And so it's just an opportunity for them to develop themselves socially, and you know, get their reputation out there as well. So
absolutely.
So that's great. So when we talk about an event like this, there's a lot of planning, and there's a committee. When do you start planning, and how many people are on the committee? Maybe you can, you know, back us up, go in the Wayback Machine, and say, you know, when did all this start, and how does it transpire?
It's funny. Planning for this 2016 Northern Night started about a week and a half after last year's, so it never really ends in a sense of way, because as a magnitude, as a party goes, you got 500 people. You want to try to make sure every T is crossed, every I is dotted, and Lauren and Kelli do a fantastic job. If you think about what they have to come into between the start of school, Gypsy Day, Hut and How, other events, and then more or less be the cornerstone for all of us to ask to pick this up and that up. They're really the leads for, I would say we probably have an active of about close to a dozen to 18 members that are actively, you know, either at the meetings or they're making phone calls, picking up, you know, different items for the girls. But yeah, it's a really good group of past chairs, some new members. I got on because I have a big mouth and bright ideas, and so Matt Scott 3 years ago, I said, all you gotta do is ask me, and so he asked me to come along, and then he left shortly after he invited me to the first meeting. So, yeah, good planning on Matt's part. So, but no, these girls do a great job wrangling all the ideas, and you know, with Todd there too, you know, we have some really good leaders. It's a great deal. But yeah, the planning, it's year round, just to make sure, you know, especially with some of the entertainment we get, or having the event, or, you know, believe it or not, even when we're talking about the food tasting, we had to cancel one of the times because they couldn't get the right food in because it's not in season. So there's a lot of, it's just not show up, turn on the lights, and poof, it happens. So it's like any other event. If it's going to be a success, you're going to put a little bit of time into it. So,
yeah, event planning is a real skill set. So, you know, on behalf of Northern State, thanks to three of you and your whole committee for doing all this work. It looks easy when you start, and then the more you meet, the longer the list gets,
Mm-hmm.
and then the longer the list gets personally for the things in my to-dos.
Mm-hmm.
But it all wraps up and it comes together, and so maybe we could kind of give an overview to remind everybody the day and the time, and who's welcome to attend.
Sure.
Just kind of as we bring this session to kind of a close.
Sure. So the event is the 19th of November, so
Okay.
a week from this coming Saturday. 5 p.m. is the start. We have a 5 p.m. social for about an hour. We have supper at 6:30, live auction at 7:45, and then dueling duo at 9:30. So it's a long evening, but it's well worth it. It's a great time. Anybody is welcome to attend. We have a lot of new members coming this year, a lot of new names on our list, so that's great to see. It's $75 per ticket, and you can buy a table of 8 for $600. To invite all your friends to come as well, and we ask for RSVPs as soon as possible because there is a seating chart. It's a lot to put together for 500 people. So you can call the foundation 626-2550, and we'll take your name and information and get you on the list to come.
Okay, and that number again is 626-2550.
Yes.
What's the deadline to actually RSVP? Is there a deadline?
Well, we say this week Friday, but we get RSVPs up until next week Saturday morning. So preferably we have to have our account for food in by next week Wednesday, so that's kind of our final cutoff. But if you want to come, we're not going to turn you away unless we don't have enough seats, which this year we're actually filling up pretty fast, so we can only have about 525 to fit in the Dakota Event Center.
Right.
So if you're after that number, you might not be able to attend, unfortunately, but we're going to do everything we can to get that.
And we'd hate to
possible.
turn people away.
Exactly, yes.
But there are codes and fire codes and safety laws that says you only have a capacity of so many
Yes.
in that room. So we hope to sell out. That would be
Yes.
excellent.
Yep.
And the public can come. You said tickets are $75.
Yep.
Call 626-2550. And we really hope that people attend this event. Well, just to make a few closing remarks, I'd like to thank Lee, Kelly, and Lauren for all of your work, and really go back to the committee and thank them. I'll be at the event. One of the auction items, I believe, is a dinner with my wife and I.
Yes, yep.
Yes.
First one.
Oh, it's the first one.
First one, yep.
Uh-oh. So we're very much looking forward to hosting that dinner.
Yes.
That's a great time to get to know some people in the community that we may not have had an opportunity to interact with on a more one-to-one ratio. So hopefully we'll get that one to bid up and bid high.
Absolutely.
When I look at an event like this, it's something that generates a lot of excitement. It's an annual event. That's the 18th time. Each time you do it a little bit different to keep it exciting and get people to come back. We're thankful for every one of the donors because they're showing that true commitment to Northern. And it's not just from the Northern State University family, it's from the Aberdeen community and the region. So that's really special. Again, just to remind everybody, the funds for this go for scholarships.
Yes.
Can you talk about scholarships a little bit?
Sure. This event raises usually around $100,000 unrestricted dollars, which is great for us to use for scholarships. You can never have enough scholarship dollars. We always want to recruit new students and have more students, and so the more money we can raise to get them here to Northern's campus is just crucial for us. And our sponsors are a huge part of this. They make up about $65,000 of this event. So to have that money go to student scholarships, a lot of these businesses are involved in numerous events for Northern, not just Northern Night. So their commitment to scholarships and our students and our campus here in the community is just awesome. So we appreciate them.
I would agree wholeheartedly. So we encourage at least 525 people to attend this event. If for some reason you can't make it, we always encourage you to contact the foundation and explore ideas of how you might contribute to scholarships. The university does an exceptional job in terms of scholarships every year for students. We'll have about $750,000 to $780,000 in Wolfpack scholarships, and these scholarships are used to help students reduce the cost of their tuition, books, and fees, which means that when they leave college they have less debt, which is always a very good business plan for everyone starting off in life. So please attend. If you can't attend, then find other ways that maybe you can help us help our students. So I'd just like to thank all of you for your support. Thank all of our listeners and viewers today for their continuing support of Northern. Northern is a critical part of this community, and we equally value the community for its support of Northern. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for attending and watching the show. And as we end every show, what do we say?
Go Wolves!
Go Wolves!
Thank you. All right. Have a nice day.